Hello and welcome back to Arcanum, the Tales of B.D. Ogor, and of Steelmark and Magic Obscura. Well, last time we kind of had, we stopped a sabotage from happening at the Bates factory in hopes to earn Mr. Bates' favor and be allowed to meet with him. But all went well. Now we're ready for have that little chat with the big fancy money man, the inventor of the steam engine himself. But oh, the papers have something interesting. I have a Zephyr. Please repeat yourself, there, newspaper boy.
What's the headline for today's paper?
I have a Zephyr miracle. Survivor tells all. Do you want to buy this paper?
Yeah, I think so.
It costs you 3 gold. Are you interested?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm done.
Okay. Oh, what are you done with?
We've found this job. I'm going home now. Bye. Stopping this forever. I hate this job.
Oh, I'll just read the paper alone then.
I have a Zephyr miracle. Survivor tells all. Man walks away from fiery death. Greetings, fellow Tarentians. It is I, Victor Wright, your faithful and vigilant editor, bringing you an exclusive story that only a paper with this breadth and quality could possibly do. Just yesterday, our humble officers were visited by none other than the sole survivor from Vault 101, the IFF Zephyr Blimp tragedy. Please see photograph of page 2. And he deigned to share his account of his final minutes of that fateful voyage with me, which I now share with you. Be warned, this story is not for the faint of heart. This tale so real and frightening that I recommend it only to those with the most iron-like will and constitution. Upon questioning, the gentleman had this to say about this harrowing experience.
There was a tremendous explosion. It shook every entire vessel. And I didn't say anything in the sir, but I heard the sound of gunfire. I also heard engines. I believe there were 2 different ones.
As impossible as it may sound, it seems that the IFS Zephyr had been attacked by some other sort of flying craft. Upon landing, the gentleman was said that
there was some wreckage also near the blimp, and some strange craft, and there was Ogor on there that was not me, Ogor, but other Ogor. Yeah.
What those crafts were, the gentleman was at a loss to say. The fate of the Zephyr was sealed only moments after the attack.
I'm real sorry to say that no one survived the impact.
The gentleman said he was still visibly shaken from the experience.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were, and I stopped questioning him shortly thereafter. So, dear friends of this city, what are we to make of this? What were these strange craft? Were they alien vessels? Why did they attack such a noble craft as the Zephyr? Flying bandits, or something more dark and insidious, like aliens? Are we not safe in our fair skies? We at the Tarentian will work to bring you the truth of the matter, and I, Victor Wright, will not rest until we have done so. The Meteorological Service Bureau of Tarant is predicting sunny weather for the next 2 to 3 days, with increasing blump. What a fascinating story. And now we're a little bit famous. There will be repercussions to us telling this story to the paper. People will know about us now. So, we are, for now, we are going to be talking with Mr. Bates today. However, I have a fun idea, yes. So, firstly, let's do this conversation as is with Ogor in his full senses and everything. Please continue about your business.
We have removed the saboteurs that have been plaguing you.
Thank the gods. I thought we would never get rid of him. Please go inside. Mr. Bates is anxious to thank you. Yeah, okay. So we do a little save here. because I have a grand idea. So firstly, we go and talk with Mr. Bates in our full reasonable senses, like a proper civilized ogre that we are. How nice, yes. What a nice house Mr. Bates has. It's pretty cool. So there isn't really that much to steal here, as despite what you might think. Just some guard uniforms and such, I believe. I think on this floor you can actually steal quite a bit from the safe, but this is not the time to do it. We want to do it a little bit later on, so we'll leave things as is for now. And talk with Mr. Bates over here.
Hello.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Gilbert Bates, as I'm sure you have surmised. I'd like to extend my thanks to you, sir, for putting an end to the difficulties at my factory. I've been informed that there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Yes, I've got this ring that we track you down by.
Great gods! How did you come by that ring?
A gnome gave it to me when he was dying.
A gnome? What manner of tomfoolery is this? Are you certain it was not a dwarf?
No, I'm Ogor, not Tom. And no, I don't think it was a dwarf. I've never seen like a skinny beardless dwarf. Magnus, have you seen a skinny beardless dwarf ever? You do like dwarf expert, right? Now he's saying no and he's punching his fists to each other, so I think that's double no.
Yes, I am familiar with the dwarves and their customs. Tell me, was there anything distinctive about this fellow?
Yeah, he had a scar on his left eye.
I don't remember seeing that in the cutscene, but it might be true.
By Alberic, I knew it in my heart. That was no gnome.
No?
It was Stena Rockcutter.
Okay, and Stena Rockcutter is not a gnome? Who's Stena? Why would he shave his beard?
Stena was an old friend of mine. But for him to cut off his beard, by the gods, it's unthinkable.
Oh?
But please, tell me, did he say anything to you before he died? Did he say anything about me?
He went on about the evil. Are you evil?
The evil? What evil? And where did he escape from?
He didn't say. I was thinking you might know, because you would be the boy, right?
Something horrible must have happened after I... Did he say anything else?
He referred to you as boy. Is he from God of War?
I do not know. Even though dwarves reckon time differently than humans, he must have realized that I am now an old man. Perhaps it is because I was but a boy when I betrayed his trust all those years ago.
Oh, what did you do?
That is quite the long tale. A tale of my shame, it is.
Okay, are you going to summarize it in 20 sentences or less? Else, I don't know. But I'm preparedly listening.
It is ironic that my greatest mistake is that which brought me such wealth. As a youth, I was enamored of all things dwarven. So I sought out the nearest clan and attempted to impress them with my grasp of their technology. They laughed.
Oh, so you was a fanboy, eh?
It was obviously a novelty to them.
Yeah.
A ridiculous human who had a natural bent towards technology. I suppose it didn't help that I was a mere 14 years old at the time.
Well,
I became something they humored to entertain themselves.
well, it might have helped a little bit. At least you were like about the same size, right, Magnus, right? Oh, he's growling angrily again.
Stena was the only one who truly called me friend in all those years. And betrayal is how I repaid his friendship. It was he who first showed me their steam engine, as he knew I could appreciate the beautiful intricacies of its design.
Okay. That's nice.
They had left it to rust in a corner, as they had very little use for a device that would reduce the need for sheer physical power Imagine a dwarf relying on a device to do his digging for him. It's preposterous.
Yeah, but you can do other things with it. That would be cool.
I asked him if I could tinker with it, perhaps improve on it, as I knew this was the key to becoming truly a part of the dwarven world. I quickly devised a way to use it to power a pump for draining the mines.
Okay, yeah, like that, and then it's not digging, it's pumping. I don't think dwarf like to do a lot of pumping. Magnus, do you like to do pumping? No? Not even iron power? Okay.
When I fell all over myself trying to explain it to them, laughter was once again their only response. I knew I had to somehow gain their respect, so I hastily sketched some schematics and set out to prove my theory.
Okay.
The struggling human mining company that I brought the plans to offered me a share in their mines for the steam pump. I was ecstatic. I had not a care for their mines or their money.
Well,
I desired vindication.
You seem to like money now, as you got a lot of it. It's not like you're giving much away of it.
When I returned to the dwarves to boast of my accomplishments and be welcomed into their clan, they were gone. The inventions came quickly after that, fueled by my anger and confusion.
Okay. And the booze. You seem to have a lot of booze over here. Can I have some?
How could they have denied me my place amongst them after all my labors?
Okay.
Somehow I felt I could still prove myself to them. I continued searching for them in all my spare moments, but to no avail. But then they came. The robed ones.
Oh, that's pretty scary. Like, I never really seen numbers wear like clothes, but I imagine if numbers started wearing clothes and like come into people's houses, that would be pretty scary. Because they're not supposed to do that, and most people don't like math.
They appeared to me late one night, and they warned me to never speak of, nor try to find the dwarves again. Still being a mere lad, you can imagine the terror that put into me.
Yeah.
As my wealth and power grew, I shook off some of my youthful fear and hired the first in a long chain of investigators to locate Stenar and his clan.
Okay, but you did encounter like robed twos, right? Because that would be even worse.
None of them ever returned with any worthwhile information, and some never returned at all. The ones that did told of vicious traps and creatures attacking them from the shadows. As word of these failures spread, it became more and more difficult to find souls brave enough to take on the challenge.
Okay, it sounds like you're going to do a quest for me right now, because I'm pretty brave. Why did he send me here to bring you the ring, though?
He knew that ring would lend veracity to your tale. I gave Stenar that ring the last time I saw him. Now he is dead. If only we knew what he meant by the evil.
Virgil here thinks it's something to do with his religion or something.
I don't put much stock in religious ramblings myself. But if you feel it could help you to get more information on the Panari, you should go to their temple on the northern end of Lion's Head Circle. I'm more concerned with who killed Stenar and why, and what all this has to do with my relationship with the Black Mountain clan.
Maybe they're like armored sixes. That would be scary. But yeah, I'll go talk with the religion later. What do we do now then, though?
There must be some clue left in the Black Mountain mines. I am certain of this. You seem to be a resourceful individual.
Yep.
Would you be interested in searching the mines for some clue as to their whereabouts? I would make it worth your while, I can assure you.
Oh, that's good, because I kind of run out of money real quick, and that means when I don't have a lot of money, I don't got a lot of resources, so I'm not that resourceful. So if you pay me, then I'll become more resourceful. That's real smart of you. Okay. I'd like to ask you some questions, though.
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
So, you didn't really invent the steam engine?
I have never actually claimed that I did. It was just people's assumption. I have invented any number of devices based off its principles, but I did not invent the first one.
Well, that's still pretty smart. Okay, and I don't think that's it. What did you think would happen when you sold the steam engine? Would you be rich?
Such is the enthusiasm, or perhaps the impetuousness of youth, that I did not stop to consider the consequences of my actions. All I could see was a way to gain the respect of the dwarves. It was all that mattered.
I don't think dwarf care that much about money. Like the scholars had lots of money, and I think Mac still wanted to smash their heads in, they did. It must be real unsettling to get all that praise though.
Yes, it is.
I think
and
it's great.
It torments me every day. I was but a child when the robed ones gave me their dire warnings.
Oh yeah? Was it
I
what
was
happened with
terrified.
Blood Stew?
They were explicit that I was not to reveal the origins of the steam engine.
Okay, more questions then.
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
Why do you want to impress the dwarfs anyway? They're real small. You can just press on them and then you get impressed on them.
You don't understand. I was orphaned at a young age. The dwarves represented everything I wanted my family to be. A tight-knit clan. And the respect I had for their brilliance with technology.
Okay, that's
I made the
nice.
mistake common to youth. I thought intelligence equaled compassion. I needed to belong, to find that I had some worth.
So why were you orphaned? What happened?
My mother died, bringing me into this world. I believe my father died then as well, even though he continued to exist in the world for some 8 more years. When he could stand living no longer, he took his own life.
That's quite dramatic and well voice acted bit of talk like that.
But abandoning you, that's real sad.
He left me decently provided for, and with his grasp on reality becoming more tenuous each day, I believe he felt I would be safer in the care of others. The last thing he did in this life was to give me that ring.
Okay, well, that's kind of a sad story.
And then you gave it to Stenner.
That is how much his friendship meant to me. I was devastated when he disappeared with the rest of the clan. I believe I felt more deserted and alone then than I did when my father killed himself.
Okay, it's a real sad story.
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
Can you tell me more about your business? That's happy, alright?
Well, as you know, I am the foremost manufacturer of steam engines in Arcanum, virtually without competition. I am working on a prototype for a smaller, more efficient engine right now, as a matter of fact. I also have various interests in other technological endeavors.
Okay, that's cool. How have you devastated competition though so good?
It is not much of an accomplishment when old Cedric Appleby is your chief competitor. Poor Cedric. Always was a bit of a blundering fool. I really wish I could have convinced him to come work for me.
What, I mean, if he's an idiot...
Cedric and I were close friends when we were children.
Oh.
He was furious that I wouldn't introduce him to the dwarves. Can you imagine? I had a difficult enough time gaining their respect without his simple-mindedness. After I invented the steam engine, he began to despise me. Strangely enough, I wish he was still my friend some days.
Okay, maybe I can talk with him and make you friends. I'm real good at talking.
Of course. What do you wish to ask of me?
Some more questions about business.
Well, as you know, I am the foremost manufacturer of steam engines in
I know.
Arcanum.
Do you have labour
Virtually without
difficulties?
Why do you ask? You're not a labor sympathizer, are you? A unionizer, perhaps? I can assure you, my workers are happy to have the jobs I give them. I treat all orcs, true blood and half-breed alike, better than any other factory owner. Of that I can assure you.
So that is a bit of a fun little bit of, ingrained racism you have there, where, Bates is probably a good guy, but this is how he feels, this is the level how he feels like workers and orcs and such. It's still very deeply ingrained classism and racism. Okay.
I didn't mean to imply...
Do we confront him on this? We can confront him on this. That might be fun.
I think you believe that, you racist oppressor.
How dare you! I will not have labor agitators insult me in my own home.
Okay, I apologise.
Death to the bourgeoisie! Well, we are going to be reloading, so we could be crazy, but we'll probably get our ass kicked, because that ogre is tough. I can tell you that.
I'm sorry.
I suppose I can forgive your rudeness this once.
Okay, do you have quite a
Of
few more
course.
questions?
What do you wish to ask of me?
Okay, I decided to help you explore the Black Mountain Clan mines.
Splendid! Here, let me mark your map with the location of the Black Mountain mines. I am certain there must be some clues to be found there. Please, return as soon as you have found anything.
Okay, I'll return with more information when I got it.
Oh, one more thing. I would like to purchase my ring back from you. I'd give you 200 coins. It would mean quite a bit to me. My father gave it to me before he died.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a real sad story, so here you go.
Much obliged. I will speak with you when you return.
Okay, bye.
Now, that is the way that conversation goes if we're completely fine and rational people. What happens if we... Electric lights. Ooh, how cool. He's a fancy bedroom he has. Bit lame he has two of the same paintings, but still. Two of the same paintings here as well, but still. 3 of the same paintings here.
I think since he met the rope once, he gets everything or 2 or 3. Just to be sure they don't put on robes and start attacking him or something. That makes sense.
So, yes, that was the rational side. Now, let's reload and see how this conversation goes when Ogor is stupid drunk.
So, hey Virgil, what
What
you
is it you
doing
want of
here?
What can I answer for you?
What are we doing here?
Virgil. My name is Virgil! We should try to find Gilbert Bates. Bates? Inventor of the steam engine. By the gods, you are dense! We find Bates. He lives in Tarrant.
Okay. Make
How can I
yes.
help you?
Max is cloud, disgusted by your mental states.
We go now. Igor.
Yes, sir. What would you have me do?
Me ask more.
What can I answer for you?
Where Bates at?
I believe Mr. Bates resides at the northeast end of the Kensington Broadway, if I recall correctly.
What you tell me about
I've never
him?
met Mr. Bates personally. He's
Okay.
much too famous to walk the streets.
What,
I believe Mr. Bates resides at the north...
Yeah, so God just ignores your drunken stupor. Very good. Hello there, Mr. Bates.
Why would the village idiot be addressing me?
Me kill sabotage.
When my guards told me you would be coming to speak with me, they failed to mention that you were a complete idiot.
This your ring?
And what would the imbecile like to tell me now?
I got something to discuss.
And why would the village idiot be addressing me?
Me kill
When my guards
sabotage.
told me you would be coming to speak with me, they failed to mention that you were a complete idiot.
That's your ring.
Where did you get that ring? Did
I
the
know.
dwarf give it to you?
No, stupid Scarface gnome gave them guys.
Scar? Where was this Scar? Speak up, you ignorant fool!
And the eye.
Damn them all to hell! What did they do to you, Stenner?
Me not Stenner.
I know you're not Stenner, fool! Just pretend you're not a complete imbecile and listen! I need to share this with someone. As luck would have it, and you won't understand half of it anyway.
Okay.
It is ironic that my
Yeah, now he
greatest
goes
mistake
into the whole
is
monologue
that
of
which
that.
brought me such wealth. It was obvious. They had
So we
I
can
asked
skip that
when I
one.
The struggling when I returned to the dwarf. How they had none of them ever returned with any worthwhile information.
What do I do
Some never
now?
He might just be stupid enough to do something for me. You go to the Black Mountain Mines and find where Clan went to. Okay?
Okay.
I'll mark your map. Now get out. Come back when you're done.
Okay.
So that was a little tidbit I just wanted to share with you because it's hilarious. We'll not be going that because it's less rewarding. We can't sell the ring and everything. But yeah, that was when Ogre drinks himself stupid before this conversation. Grand stuff. Well done. Yes, I think that's a good point. We got our new big quest mark objective, which is outside the city and quite a dangerous journey and adventure, which will be... I don't know if we'll engage on that next time straight away, but we will be engaging upon that. We'll probably need to prep a little bit before we go. So, till the next episode, bye-bye.